Hello guys, let's talk about paralysis. So paralysis refers to the loss of muscle function in part of the body. It often results from damage to the nervous system, and there are different types of paralysis depending on the area affected and the underlying cause. So we're going to look at different types of paralysis. So one, let's talk about paraplegia. What is paraplegia? Paraplegia is paralysis that affects the lower half of the body, including both legs. And why does paraplegia occur? Paraplegia happens when there is damage to the spinal cord, especially in the thoracic, lumbar or sacral region. We have looked at the regions. This damage interrupts the communication between the brain and the muscles in the legs, and it commonly includes spinal cord injuries from accidents, from trauma, or from falls. It could also be spinal tumors or infections. Sometimes it could be congenital conditions like spina bifida. We had looked at spina bifida before. So because the nerves are responsible for moving the legs, are controlled by lower parts of the spinal cord, any damage here can cause loss of sensation and muscle function below the injury. So the second we'll talk about is hemiplegia. So what is hemiplegia? Hemiplegia is paralysis that affects one side of the body. It could be the right or the left side, and sometimes the face on that side is also affected. Why does it happen? Hemiplegia, it often results from damage to the brain rather than to the spinal cord. Common causes include stroke. If a stroke affects one hemisphere of the brain, it can cause paralysis on the opposite side of the body because the brain's right hemisphere controls the left side of the body and vice versa. I think we had also talk about this. Sometimes it's due to traumatic brain injury, what we call TBI. Injury to one side of the brain from an accident or fall can also lead to hemiplegia. Sometimes it could be brain tumors or infections also. And the brain's motor cortex, located in the frontal lobe, is responsible for controlling voluntary movements. Damage to this area disrupts the brain's ability to send signals to the muscles on one side of the body, resulting in paralysis. And the third is quadriplegia, which we can also call tetraplegia. What is this quadriplegia? It's also called tetraplegia, as I said, and it's paralysis that affects all four limbs, both arms and both legs. It may also affect the muscles involved in breathing, depending on the severity. Why does this happen? This occurs due to damage higher up in the spinal cord. We have talked about damage down, and it's usually around the cervical neck region. Common causes can include severe spinal injury from car accidents or sports injury. Also, we have diseases like multiple sclerosis, which can affect the nervous system. Spinal infections or tumors can also cause this. When the cervical spine is damaged, the communication between the brain and all areas below the injury is blocked. leading to loss of movement, sensation in both the arms and legs. That's why we call it quadri 4. So the fourth one is monoplegia. What is monoplegia? Monoplegia is paralysis that affects only one limb, either an arm or a leg. Why does it happen? Monoplegia usually it results from damage to the brain or nerves that control a specific limb. Causes might include stroke. A small stroke may affect only the nerves that control one limb. Sometimes it's due to nerve injuries, like trauma to specific nerves, like those in the arms, can lead to monoplegia. Another cause of monoplegia could be cerebral palsy. We know some people with cerebral palsy experience monoplegia due to brain damage. And the fifth type of paralysis is diplegia. What is diplegia? It is paralysis that affect symmetrical parts of the body, typically both arms or both legs. You know, this is symmetrical, both arms or both legs. Why does this diplegia happen? It's often associated with conditions like also cerebral palsy. Damage to the brain during development can cause diplegia, often affecting both legs. Causes mild injuries to the spinal cord, can cause paralysis in both legs without affecting the arms. Another one is the sixth kind is locked-in syndrome. This one, the locked-in syndrome, is rare. It's a very rare condition where a person is completely paralyzed except for their eye muscles, but they are still fully conscious. Why does this happen? This all happens due to damage to the brainstem. We have looked at parts of the brain which controls vital functions like movement, breathing, heart rate, and causes of this can include stroke affecting the brainstem. Sometimes stroke can affect the brainstem. And the brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord, and when it is damaged, communication between the brain and the muscle is severely affected. We know the brainstem is behind there. So however, the areas of the brain responsible for thinking and consciousness, they remain intact, leaving the person aware but unable to move. Thank you for watching, and please like and follow. Share. Do remember to share.